The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
The 1130 Podcast and 1130 Entertainment presents Beyond 1130.
Yo, what it do, everybody, man? What's going on? It's Thursday. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time for Grown Folks Talks, man, for real. Welcome everybody back to another episode three of Beyond 1130, man. I'm excited to be back with you guys, man, here on another episode. We live, man, here on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, man. Y'all already know the drill. If you're new to the show and if you haven't done so already, man, I don't know what you're waiting for. Definitely hit the like button down below, comment, share, follow, and definitely make sure you subscribe right here to the 1130 Podcast, man, here on YouTube, man. All right, man, all that is out the way. We gonna get into the fun stuff. Like I said, it's Thursday. It's time for Beyond 1130, man. We got a couple of crew that's gonna be missing on this week's episode, but that ain't gonna stop nothing, man. My guy Work Bae is back here on Beyond 1130 with me, man. We didn't have him last week, but we gonna bring on my guy, the host of the Beeline Entertainment LLC, my bro Work Bae. What's going on with your partner?
What up? What's good, guys? Check it out. Beyond 1130. We back at it. Can't miss though. Beyond 1130, bro. This is the winder downer for the weekend shit. Get your little wine and sip and reflect and shit. Like
yeah, definitely, man. We were sort of reflecting, before we got on, man, on what a week it definitely been, man, because I know the day just been crazy because I got up and I was just telling you before I got this lock. It came it was delayed for about like 3 weeks, so I got it. And little man of being a parent and stuff and trying to be safe because we kind of like and this is the first time we had a scare the other night, like crazy though. Like we had, little man sleep in the room with us, so we in that joint, we knocked out, we sleep, and in the middle of the night or something, like I toss over and turn and everything like that, and babe, she toss over and she do her thing, and then out of the blue, babe just like, babe, where Amir? And I'm like, where Amir? What are you talking about? Where Amir? He in his bed. If he ain't in his bed, he right next to you. Because, you get up right next to her and climb over, beside her. And she like, no, he ain't. And I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean? No, he ain't. And he was like, Amir, because if he get up, he gonna come in, in this room and put on the shades and put on the hat like he about to do the podcast and everything. I can't catch him off guard because he'll hop down real fast though. But the story was though, soon I got up and everything because I heard the panic in her voice at the, kind of like the third Amir, and I was like, oh fuck. Yeah. And before I can even like roll a couple of feet, he done fell off the bed and he sleep on the floor.
Okay. Well, that's like a best case scenario.
Yeah, best case, man. So like, like that was one, thing that, because it was like, as being parents, man, shit hit you different now. And I know you was talking, me about, parents and stuff. So, man, you gotta, be, real protective over them and make sure they definitely safe, man. So, yeah, that's one little John I definitely, was not necessarily dealing with though, but that happened, and just a long day.
Give you a fast, little mental revision, like because like you said, bro, I've heard stories. I mean, you've seen stories, man, and a lot of times you see stuff and you say to yourself in your head, "That'll never be me. Yeah, that won't happen. I'm too safe for that," and blah blah. And next thing you know, you're in a situation where it's like, "Holy shit, what's going on?" And I'm close to home. It was not me. I'm not trying to. Oh, my friend has a, nah. It was not me, but it was close to home. One of the kids that we know, baby, got out the house, opened the door and left the house and was walking down the fucking street, and somebody found him. Wow. And brought him back to the house. Yeah, listen, bro. When I heard the story, you don't want to judge people, right? Like you don't want to, be the one that's like, oh, how could you, and blah blah. But I'm sorry, bro. When some shit like that happens, you kind of have to, man.
Mm.
you kind of have to say, like, even not knowing the full story, like at the end of the day, you are mature enough to lay down and have sex and do whatever to procreate and bring something innocent into this world. You're in charge of that shit. You just like you're saying right now, like things do happen, but like you guys sleep with him, you make sure that he's you keep him in a place where you can see him, you get to him how you need to. But it's like a baby opened the door and got out the house and was
Yeah.
wandering
Yeah,
around.
that was our first instinct, because woo, I
Yeah,
just couldn't think. But then at the same token too, it's like, you know, at that time of night, yeah, wow. Like, but if that was to possibly happen, I know everybody in this building, possibly, know them. But yeah,
yeah,
out on the street though, like
hell yeah,
that's fucking crazy, man. You got to do everything, and we talking about getting extra locks
yeah,
on the door too to make sure a little higher, because
yeah.
everything here is 80, 88 is which is accessible. So the light switch is a little low,
Yeah,
everything's a little lower, so it ain't nothing for you to start reaching up on something and grabbing it,
right there.
So
Yup, exactly.
definitely, like, a lock, for the door is definitely one I gotta get.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you always better safe than sorry, man. I be having to say to myself, even like because sometimes I'm one of them just super secure type people. Like I'm always trying to think about something that's happening. I don't know if I ever told this story. Um, this was a crazy story that happened with me with my daughter, my newest daughter. Um, this is when she was a baby, bro. We were this should change my fucking life. I'll tell you right now. We were leaving to do something, whole family, and in my house, I think I told the story, but I'm gonna tell it real quick. We had
Mm,
these concrete steps. It was only like 2 steps. When you walked out the door, you walk down 2 steps, and then you just go to the driveway. And this is our old house, and we had put the baby in the stroller. So we had to kind of like pick the stroller up and like bend it down so we can get over the little hump, and then we would take it and tilt it so we can get down the stairs. So I think Tiff put the baby in the stroller and I didn't check it, but she
mm.
wasn't locked in.
Ooh.
At this point, she was a little baby, bro. And I go and I get her out the thing and I tilt the fucking stroller down, thinking she's, you know, locked in. And my baby comes tumbling out of the damn stroller. Dre, when I tell you, to this day, I don't know if I got superpowers, yo.
You caught her.
Because I saw that shit in slow motion. Her body tumble out the thing. When I tell you, I went down and caught her like this, and the tip of her nose had just like barely grazed the concrete step. If she would have hit that way, I'm telling you right now, my daughter would not be here right now, bro. There's
Mm,
no fucking denying it. Like
mm.
it was so scary, bro, that I was shaking, but I caught her, yo, and I picked her up
Wow.
and I said, oh my God. And I ran inside and she wasn't even crying. She was just like, she was looking at me, like, and I was like, and I'm sitting there like I was about to cry. Like, I couldn't
Yeah.
believe just how fast that situation happened, bro. And
Mm.
from there, like, even though I was already like super guard, from there, it was like, I double check, I do this, I move this, don't stand too close here. If we're walking to the store, my kid stays on the inside, I stay on the out, all of that shit. I cover
Yeah.
all bases, man.
Yeah.
It was, it could have been over that fucking fast, bro.
In a scenario like that, you so surprised, like you just said, you move, everything was happening in slow motion, and how
Yup.
fast you move. You don't realize what type of superpowers or how you would react in a situation like that, where it's
Telling
kind
you.
of like life or death. You feel me? Like,
Yup.
and to save a little one, like how you
Yeah.
like how you said one time, and I tell Bay this, man. Look, at our job is to keep you alive,
That's
so it's
right.
like look at, you got to do everything possible, but yo, that man, because in that scenario, I'm thinking like, oh man, damn, the baby done tumbled out the stroller, hit the ground. Oh
Yeah.
man, but yeah, you don't know
I
what type
caught
of
my
powers you
baby,
got.
bro, like a fucking, oh, I said, oh no. I said, I'm telling you, bro, like it was just one of them things where, like you just said, like you just don't know. You hear about them stories where people are like, moms and with the adrenaline picking up a car and stuff like that, and physically, how can you do that, right? But it's like it's just weird, bro. It's like you click into like another dimension, and it's like when it's that life or death, man. I remember a car accident. One of the only car accidents that I ever got into was in an ice cream truck. I was over there delivering ice cream, and it was like a two-way road, and there was like a little island in the middle where like we could keep going. And this dude, I'm sitting there going, we coming to right to the part in the middle where guy was on the other side, and he wanted to turn, but I was still going straight. So I was gonna go straight, and I figured he was gonna turn after me, but he started fucking turning while I'm going straight. And when I tell you that situation happened, I literally I remember time slowing down. Like I tell everybody this fucking story. Time slowed down. And I remember going like, because my first instinct was, but I remember my thoughts were like, wait a minute, I can't do that, because if I do that, then I'm going to flip the truck.
Yeah.
So I just said, and I gave it just enough to veer him. I tore his shit up. He tore the side of the truck up, but I was fine. And I went and I drove to the side, but I ripped his whole like front side of his car off with the big old truck.
Yeah.
And but I just remember like it happened so fast, but I had enough time to like calculate. Like most people, oh shit, and then fucking go. But it was like I had time to say, no, don't do that, because then you'll flip the truck. So I was like, okay, let me just turn this way and then go this way. And I did it, and I was straight through. I felt, oh shit, and then I was good, bro. So like I said, I don't know, man. It's so weird. I don't know if it's probably something that you discover, whether it's the fight or flight, whether it's but it's like it's shit that you like discover about yourself when you're in those really hardcore predicaments. And it's crazy. Man. It's really fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, I know. It was definitely for me. And when you said that, it brought back to when I, just had little man, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know. I mean, I'm like, this is my first rodeo. This is my first time. But man, as time went on, you just realize that shit just happens. You don't even need to like figure it out. It's kind of like, look at this is your little one, and it's gonna all come to you. Regardless of wherever you gotta go and search though. But yeah, man,
it's like instincts. It's like instincts. It's weird.
Yeah,
it's just, you got the shit. It's like you learn how to do it. The moms, especially moms, like they gotta feed the baby. Bro, this is a crazy good conversation, yo. This is a crazy good conversation. You know why? Because it's building. And I've been watching a lot of stuff recently, man. And not for nothing, there's been a lot of these conversations like, what's the difference between a man and a woman and stuff like that or whatever. And I'm not trying to get too political about the shit, but I do want to say this. It's interesting that people always forget, like, what a woman is equipped with. Women have the ability to create life. When you say that shit, you got to understand it for all that it encompasses. Like, women have the ability to create life. Their vessel, their machine, whatever you want to do, feeds life inside and out. And it is equipped with all these different mechanics that gives you the ability to, like, a mother can hear like a softer tone voice or something like that when the baby's crying, because its alertness has to be ready. Like, there's all these different weird like mechanics that a woman has. The nurturing, aspect of them, because they literally are the nurses for the babies and stuff, and that's with animals, all that shit. And it's just like you hear all these outside conversations with all these like whatever, these people that are just like, hey, listen, you do what you want, right? But it's like, how are people missing out on all of these other aspects of like how unbelievably like what's the word? Not complicated, but just like fascinating like women are, bro. Like they build babies, bro. Like we do our shit and we have a great time. And then like with our little recipe or whatever, it builds my wife is pregnant right now, and she's got different hormones and things that are changing because her body's changing, her cells are building, and she's making a fucking person in her life.
Look here, man.
You compare the shit like
nothing does though, and I know it's a whole lot of debate on what a real man is and what a real woman is, stuff like that. But far as woman goes, I give all of them my respect, especially obviously my mom and definitely my fiance, because seeing her and that whole process of
Yep.
just going through a whole bunch of stuff and realizing that you gotta relearn her all the way over after having the baby sometimes, because it
Yeah.
completely changes her, stuff like that. And what they and you mentioned being a nurserer and tending to the babies and stuff, like little man sick again, like he done got a little cold all over again and stuff like that. And she the first one to come and put give 'em medicine and all that other stuff like that. So I definitely definitely give all the respect to women out there that definitely holding it down and being more than just
Yeah.
being
Sex,
more than
sex, and more than
yeah,
just like we don't take y'all for granted. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
know you guys are special, man. It's like it's just I think it's just hard, man. I don't know what it is about men. Like, I know we had like a lineup to talk about some stuff. I don't want to interrupt, like, and break any patterns that we got, but it's really interesting because I have these conversations all the time about how, you know, trying to do this content creation, one of the things about, is you need people to watch you. You want people to watch you. And for men, I feel like it's definitely a little harder. Like
yes, it
certain
is.
there's certain
Yes.
I think we've talked about this before. I
I don't
know
know if we have, but damn it, it is. I tell you.
it is, and it really a woman, and not even that fault of their own. They can just, just wake up and just put on a pretty outfit, and dudes just start
Man,
drooling, man.
look here, she got this crochet. She do kind of like what Harley. She actually does what Harley do. She crochet and everything like that.
Yeah,
And she want to start her own business. And I'm telling you, look here, I support you 1,000%. But I'm telling her, like, look here, I mean, you see me doing my thing and doing a podcast or talking wrestling or whatever. All you gotta do is put your nice material on, sit there, look pretty and cute that you are in that wheelchair, and bing, bing, it'll just go off. You ain't even gotta say nothing. Like women just get up on it, you
that's
ain't gotta
how it
say
is.
nothing, and yeah,
That's how it is.
and it just people will watch more. It be men, maybe women too, but people will watch you. But dudes, you gotta do a little extra though. But
Yeah, yeah, you have to
yeah,
you have to have a little bit more of it. And no way, I've said this a million times, in no way is this putting women down in any way.
mm-hmm.
It's just reality, bro. Come on, don't act like y'all don't know, man. Don't act like y'all don't know. There's a million dudes out there that's just, whether it be hornballs, whether it just be just guys who just enjoy looking at a pretty woman, or who just
Mm-hmm.
enjoy, like, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the girls who like really know what they're doing, and they sit there and throw it on. They throw on the low cut shirt, you got the
Yeah,
boobs out, and it's like,
yeah.
all right, motherfuckers. As soon as you skip, wait, what's that right there? I do it. Shit, I ain't gonna lie. Like,
Yeah.
I know, like, what? But it's like, I can't stand when I have conversations with people like this, and oh, I never. That's
Oh
not why they
man,
watch me. Come on, yes,
bullshit.
it is. Stop playing. They
And you,
watch you for that damn reason. You could be talented too, but like you said, Dre,
yeah.
you literally can just sit there, and I see them all on TikTok live, all of that shit.
And
Just
it's not sexualizing women at all. But come
yeah,
on, a woman know if she got a
they
big
know
butt and she's standing there trying to cook and she turns sideways and she know that
it's a wrap.
it's going. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, come on. I get it though, but. Yeah, like I feel like you got to be talking about something. You got to have your good head on your shoulders. Maybe handsome,
Yep,
probably last though. But you got to be talking about something or something good or whatever as
yeah,
a man or doing something interactive. But as a
yeah.
woman, yeah, totally different, man.
It really
Totally
is.
different.
It really,
But
really is.
all right, man. We definitely having fun here, man. On Beyond 11:30, man. Yo, we talking about women, man, and we just, just people in general, though. This was one of the things. I think maybe you brought it up in the group chat, and I think this is a good conversation because I asked Bailey last night about it, though. Having a work bay, there's a lot of people out there that go to work, and I was definitely talking to her last night. I said, look here, 5 years ago in 2020 when the pandemic hit and everybody got sent home and they had to work from home and all them, relationships started going crazy. because they couldn't see their Work Bae. They were so used to seeing that Work Bae, or whatever like that. So I think things went crazy. And then not only that, you spend so much time at work, then you gotta, maybe get the kids after that, get ready for the next day, 8 hours of sleep, repeat the whole shit the next day. You don't even have time for one another, maybe even time for your own self. So it's like you forget, to tap into one another and tap into yourself, and you get to work and you get all excited because having a Work Bae, man. What's that about?
It's it's interesting, right? Because like you just said, you pretty much just called it out what it is. I think it's easy for people to forget that we're in this cycle. You know what I mean? Like literally, you wake up, brush your teeth, take a piss, maybe take a shower, you get dressed, and 9 times out of 10 you're going to work.
Yeah,
9 times for at least 5 days a week you're going to work. Most people, I would say most people are going to work to do something that maybe they're not really super into, but they're doing it because they need money. You need money. You gotta, support yourself. You gotta support your family. You gotta do what you gotta do. That cycle alone, just that, waking up, going to work, that's how much of a fucking percentage of your life, bro. And not even the sleep, not even sleep added on to that. Just waking up and getting ready to go to work and then going to work. That whole portion right there, that's a whole fucking day. Let's say you work 8 hours. Let's say you work 12 hours. You got to factor in when you get home, if you drive, how much the fucking drive is.
The traffic.
You traffic. You're not even incorporating sleep, getting ready for bed, all that stuff or whatever, taking your shower and stuff. You're not incorporating none of that. We're just incorporating the beginning of the day. All of that you're doing 5 days a week. Think about the little ass bit of time you spending with your family or your husband or your loved one at home and shit. Think about the week vacation that you get in a year that you're not seeing. Do you know how much time you spend with the people you work with, bro? On average, you know how much time you spend, like you saying, having a Work Bae or having a even just like, let's just say, not even just like that's my husband at work, that's my work wifey, blah blah blah. I've had it. I've had girls that I was really had a lot of fun with. Me and some girls from my old supermarket job, some girls when I worked at Target. We were real close, man. We just worked together, and I never did anything with them. It's complete honest. I never. I never
double check.
I think for a second. One, I did do a little bit of something. Like, it could have went. It definitely could have went further. I had to think about that for a second because one, I definitely did. We went out to like breakfast one day, and then she was sitting there, and I just kissed her, and then she was like surprised, but then when we got back in the car, then she kissed me, and then it went from there. But the other one, the Target one, me and her was just cool as shit. We never did anything. But I used to spend so much time with her, bro. She used to pick me up. When I lost my car, she would pick me up, drive me to work. We were cool as shit. Tell me about her situations. I'll tell her about my situation. She was also older too. But you spend so much time with these people, bro. Yeah. So it's very, very easy to understand if you're in a situation like that, you're going to build a relationship with somebody, bro. If it's especially if it's of the opposite sex, especially if they're attractive, like you have opportunity, like knocking on your front door, like it's dangerous, bro.
Yeah, and look, we both wrestling fans, and we know that a lot of the wrestlers that are on the road, tend to have relationships, with other wrestlers or whatever like that. And and I think having a Work Bae, having a work husband or whatever like that, work wifey or whatever, I mean, to a certain extent, I think hey, what's the problem? Like if you're single, like you ain't got nobody you going home with, late at night, and it's like, well, shorty, what I mean, like, she talked to me a lot. I talked to her. We spent a lot of time together, which is cool. But then when I think where it turns to a twist is that it's like most people be in the relationships though. It really don't even be really the people who be single, that be having a Work Bae.
you wouldn't even waste time calling it a work bay because you don't have anybody else to that
Exactly.
needs a definitive term. Like
That's just shorty I fuck with at work. That's just it, really. You
that's
know,
it.
like it ain't even all that. So it's
Yeah.
just mainly the people who are in relationships, who are married,
Yeah.
and then, like how you just said, man, just getting up. I gotta set the alarm at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock. All right, maybe take 2 hours to get ready to get dressed and everything. Gotta leave out. Gotta warm up the car because it's cold as shit outside.
That's
Get
right.
to work and shit like that. Oh, wait a minute. Before I get to work, I got to drop the kids off because Bae had to be to work way before me.
That's
We ain't
right.
get to see each other before we left out. So now I'm at work. So, hey,
Spending all
Ashley,
your time.
all your time. You feel me? The same, like even vice versa for men, like, so it's like, damn, she ain't get to see him. She ain't seen him since two nights ago because they was tired,
Right.
and shit like that. But, it's something about Jonathan. Every time she sees Jonathan at work, like, he asks her how she doing or everything like that. So it's real weird though, like
Yeah.
having, these relationships. And I don't say it's weird. It's common. It's real
I mean,
common though.
it's definitely common, but it's like you say, bro. You can't control you can't control
Definitely.
people, right? You definitely
Hmm.
can't control people. When you're in a relationship, both of you have to be completely trusting of each other that hey, we're committing to each other and we're not, allowing other people around us to interfere in our situation. That's simple. Like you have to have that understanding, that connection. Unless you have a more open connection and it's just what you personally have, then that works for whoever it works for. But at the same time, most people are trying to be like whatever it's called together without any kind of interruption and shit like that or whatever. And when you're in situations where you're going to be around other people, there's nothing but temptation, unfortunately, bro. There's nothing but you seeing somebody that you connect with. Maybe you connect with them on a friendly level. Maybe that's a person who is trying to, and a lot of guys are trying to find that opening or find that opportunity. Oh, yeah, I'm married, blah, blah, blah. Then he sees you look, like you said, sees you looking a little sad one day. And then all of a sudden he's walking up to you. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, you looking
Hmm.
down. Bro, that shit is out there. And you have to know that being in a relationship is one of the hardest things, trying to deal with other people interfering into your happy situation. But we have nothing but chances and availability because you more available for your work husband than you are for your real husband, bro. That's one
Hmm.
of the biggest problems I find with our whole work week and what we have to do. Like, you're hearing a lot of the conversation now about like, is the money that we're making even now enough to even be survive on your own? Are Americans making enough money to go to work for 40 hours and then go home and pay all their bills and live comfortably? Just to be able to pay bills, pay for food, and do regular shit, not even extra.
Mm.
And there's no fucking way anybody working at Walmart, Target, or any of these places where you can really have a work husband and work wife. Let's be real, because you ain't doing it in the fucking law firm, really.
No
You're doing that shit
bullshit.
under the cover. You know what I'm saying? You're doing that shit at the supermarket and Walmart and shit.
Yeah.
But it's just really interesting. I think it's a broken system kind of all together, man. You still make your
Mm.
choices, but there's no doubt about it. There's still a lot of temptation. You mad at your husband because he did the wrong thing. Y'all had a bad argument. Then you go to work, and then you got Mr. Friendly all in your fucking face all day, talking to you, saying nothing but nice shit, making you smile, making you laugh. Of course, your feelings are gonna, or the other way, the cute, whatever. Hey, how you doing? Oh, you doing? That's so. You know what I'm saying? I remember my boyfriend did something bad like that. And then you and her over there giggling, laughing together. Man, I really would like some lunch. You want to get some lunch?
Hmm.
Bro,
Yeah.
that fast.
Yeah. That fast.
Opportunity.
And
I
dudes,
ain't with it.
man. You say you ain't with it?
Would you let wifey come home and babe? I gotta tell you, this guy, we have a
No.
lot of fun at work.
Nah. But the thing about, you know what? Look here.
Trey said, "Nah, fuck that."
And I asked her too when I saw this in the group chat. I said, "Oh shit, we gonna talk about this." And I was like, "What you think about having a work bay?" She was like, "Nah, I don't know about that." And I was just like, "So you tell me you ain't never had a work bay when your ass was at work or whatever like that?" She's like, "Nah, okay. Hey, all right, whatever like that." But however, nah, I'm not really with it though because like how you just said, we could have got in a bad argument. We could have, shit ain't perfect. Like you gonna have some days where it's like and then some days where it's like okay, but at the same token though, like I know how dudes are. I know how dudes are, and
Yes.
also I know how women are too. Women, and then, this go both ways. I mean, everybody, is something though. But I mean, women are very, very smooth, man. Very, very smooth. I just want to
Sneaky.
say that. Yeah, yeah. Very smooth and sneaky though. So I mean, I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it. Nah, you're not about to tell me some nigga bought you uh 2 piece and a biscuit with some rice and some
Nope.
fries from Popeyes. What else did he buy you? What else y'all was talking about or whatever? Like, nah, like,
That's a
eh,
that's a
mm-mm.
serious conversation, bro. I mean, people like to downgrade it and trying to use like little lingo. Oh, but if you're in a relationship and you guys trust each other, what's the no, bro? That's bullshit. Like you can always try to find some reason to do whatever you want to do, bro. The fact is, when you're with somebody, bro, you should hold yourself accordingly. You should have
Mm,
a certain type of respect and class for your partner, even when they're not around. And I'm not saying you got to walk around and fucking, put a veil on and shit like that or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, you should be in a place where it's like you shouldn't be allowing people to get too close. Like, especially if
mm-hmm.
you're married, bro. You're married, you guys committed to each other, and also awareness is also another important fact because a lot of people like to act really fucking naive when they want to, when it benefits. And then they'll sit there, oh, I didn't realize he wasn't being friendly. Nah, motherfucker, like you knew damn well this guy's over here trying to buy you lunch every day, always waiting for you to show up to work. Jim from the office and shit with Pam, fucking whole fiance, and he over there up her ass buying her yogurt. Nah, bruh, stop playing, man. It's too much. And you're gonna say, oh,
Mm,
you didn't know. No, you didn't know because you didn't want to know. That's the
mm,
God's honest truth, man. And anybody says anything different is just trying to fucking find some form of acceptance of the shit. You would feel
yeah.
horrible if your husband or wife came home and found out that you was getting more attention that they were getting more attention than you get. Like it's fucking horrible. Like, how who would feel good about that?
No,
So
nobody would. I know I wouldn't. Shit,
I wouldn't either.
at times, I'm like, shit, of course we all want our peace and our time to ourselves at times, but I'm like, hey, what's good? What we gonna do? What we gonna chill
Yeah.
together or whatever like that. But at the same token, like, cause I don't want you to be showing anybody more attention than me. I mean, unless like like it's like it's something important that you gotta do or whatever. But nah, I feel like
Yeah.
it's crazy because people make time for what they want to make time for
That's right.
and want to do. So I don't want to hear nothing about that bullshit. Like, oh yeah, I was just at work, I didn't pick up the phone. Yeah, bullshit.
Stop
Yeah,
playing
but
with
you
me.
pick up the phone for everybody else. You sit on the phone for everybody else though. Like, nah, don't hit me
Stop
with that
playing,
bullshit,
yo.
man. I tell you, cause I
Yeah.
know. Look, I got a bunch of women in my family, man, a bunch of them, and of course, I didn't. I mean, my brother, he gave me some knowledge, while he was here about women. But man, I know how women are, boy. They real smooth with it.
Oh
Real
yeah,
real
yeah, yeah.
smooth with it.
A woman will, you see it a lot, man. And if y'all want to say whatever y'all want to say it. I don't give a fuck. Like, truth is, a lot of women out there will over there see their best friend have a man. Now they'll tell you this shit. And they'll go ahead and, do certain shit, come around maybe with a prettier outfit on, make sure they're wearing makeup and shit. And small things, man. It's not even big things. Like you like if you categorize it like, oh, she never tried to kiss him or something. Oh yeah, that's gigantic, bro. Who's gonna make just a giant leap like that? Most people do real subtle shit, and women do that shit to each other a lot, man. I can
Mhm.
honestly say Men, if you put them in a room, they might fuck your chick. Like you put them in a room and there's not a TV on or some shit, maybe something will happen. But a dude, for the most part, there's some grimy ass niggas out there who will definitely try to play the game for sure. But I think that on the scale, I think women tipping that shit as far as them just, oh, I dropped the remote. Let me see if I can tempt this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's with my best friend. I think women do that shit a lot more, bro. It's like an ego thing.
Yeah, and like how you just said, niggas will be like, yeah, I fucked your best friend. That was just about it. But women, though, the second women, I think, feel, I don't want to say emotionally unattached from you, or once they feel some type of way to where it's like, what's the word I'm looking for?
They not the center of attention.
Yeah, they not. Like, they not the center of attention, and they're not getting it from you. Then they will definitely go the other way and try to get the attention from somewhere else, though. And that's where I think a lot of shit, falls down. Like men, I think some of us mentally, but I think most of men, we're physically, creatures and shit like that. But you got women, they more mental. Like they
got more emotional attachment.
More
because like we were talking
attachment.
earlier, nurturing and having to make babies, that shit's all got to go together, bro. Stop fucking playing like it's not reasonable. Like nobody's saying when you say stuff like that, like there's not some heartless ass fucking woman who will just literally like, I don't care, take the baby, just drop it out of their pussy and then just keep walking down the street. There's definitely them too. But as far as the most part, like for the most part, your hormones and all this stuff that builds up and everything that takes for all these qualifications that you have to carry as a baby making machine, whatever that comes with that shit, whatever chemistry, whatever fucking biology, that shit all is what makes you who you are. It's all representing of you. Just like everything that comes to our testosterone and everything, our ability to build up aggression or whatever the fuck you call it. That's all for us. You know why? Because we got to go and meet you and shake your hand and then blah, 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 and thrust into your ass physically. You understand? To create life. Like all of that shit has to be a part of it. So I'm saying like there is chemistry to this shit. It's science. It's got to be some kind of science of why women are a little bit more emotional. They're even with their attachment, even with their connection to other people. Like, why do you have to have this kind of emotional attachment to me? Like, I can see your big ass titties and be like, I like them. Fuck them, do it all day,
bro.
Nothing else I need,
bro. I thank you for saying that. I thank you for saying that shit, bro. Like, I knew I was about to say some shit. I thank you for saying that shit, bro. Like, we was literally here, right? She showed me a video. And basically, the video was more so basically saying, like, women like to be protected and, uplifted and, encouraged and, blah, 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 and everything like that. And we were just having a conversation not too long ago. And I'm just like, I'm, obviously, I'm a man, and I my love language is physical touch. You feel me? Like, I can see big butt, big titties, and I'm like, whoa, way, like, yeah. Right. You
go
feel
time.
me? And it's go. You feel me? And for her, what she was saying is like, it's more mental, and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting it. I'm learning. I'm way open to learn, but at the same token though, that's what we was, just talking about too. Actually too, before the show, because she was just showing me something and she said, I want you to focus, so we'll talk later. And I was like, oh shit, what that mean? But
that's how it is.
Yeah, but I'm like, big what? Damn, she fat like that, like we physical, like, and then for that it's like mental. So I'm like, okay, I'm
open
nothing
to learn. Wrong with
it. It's nothing. I'm just willing to learn,
It's not an argument too, because a lot of times they'll say that then people, and people who want to argue will have all this shit like, oh, everybody's not like. No, you're right. Everybody's not like that. I'm not saying that there's not women out there that just look at a man like, oh, his dick probably great, I want to fuck him right now. Yeah, they're probably absolutely right. But I think if we were to do like a fucking study or something like that, and you got 100 motherfucking dudes and 100 women, I'm saying, like, I'm pretty sure like the fucking majority, depending on I guess where you get them from, is going to be like, hey, look, it took a little bit more of emotional connection for this person to get, kind of whatever chemical goes off in your brain when you like somebody. And for a man, it was like dun 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 dun, ass, titties, pretty smile, whatever. Like, okay, I'm ready. Okay, that was the man shit. Okay, I'm ready to bell.
Bullshit,
okay, I'm ready. And the women shit was like, Ding.
It's like, oh, wait a minute, I'm not there yet.
Men shit was like, no, can't turn the motherfucker off. No,
So okay,
more, please. And the women are like, excuse me, but I feel like this is a little.
it's too much.
Don't fucking play with me like this is a known facts. Like this is facts, all right?
Definitely facts, man. Oh my goodness, nah, man. I'm definitely physical, man. Definitely physical.
Yeah, me too, man.
In certain scenarios, this is kind of like a transition to another topic too, because it's like we don't want to be in. I mean, to each his own, like. But if it's in that case, it's like, okay, well, I'm not attracted to him. Like I think a video I was just seeing where I think you showed it to me where it was like a guy was in a relationship with his wife and he cheated on her. Oh no, she cheated on him, and she fell in love with the other guy, and she told the actual husband. The husband was like, "Okay, so what we need to do? What we need to do? Okay, so we just gonna bring another guy in. So now we got two people married. Yeah, the video that you were talking about. So I was like, yeah, in those type of scenarios, man, because women would definitely, go off and be with the other guy that sort of, talk to her nice and treat her, well, stimulate her mentally or whatnot. Then it was like, okay, yeah, I'm through with you or whatever, or sort of need you when I need you. But
and a lot of times, like just share with what you're saying, like. I think, there definitely is, the women who may, the women cheat just like dudes cheat, for the most part, like, especially if it's like, hey, listen, I'm bored. You know what I'm saying? I'm not interested in what it was. Like I had something that you were stimulating and now you're not stimulating. I know what you're talking about too, as far as the woman who I think she had like 2 husbands and shit like that or whatever. I didn't even watch like, everything that happened with them. I was just watching like their dynamic. They're over there doing stuff together in the house and they're walking around like 2 fucking sex slaves. Fix this for me. I'm glad I have 2 husbands. I'm like, nigga, you got 2 servants basically.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like the connection that is built when you have multiple people, like you're liking people for different reasons. I would think. I think it's very weird to think that you have options, so you're gonna go get the same fucking thing. You're not gonna get the same exact toy, 2 of them. You're gonna get one toy, then you get another toy that's something that you like. So it's like for you to always have to have that much variety in your life. Like I wonder if people like that ever sit back and think like, hey man, like why do I always have to have everything? Like why do I not have more discipline? Like, do I need this gratification and from all areas, from all angles? Like, what's wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe dive into themselves a little bit. Like, I don't think that it would be realistic for me to have to dive into myself. Why do I only want one person to take care of? And you know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. Why do I want to just be loyal to just one person instead of fucking 4? Like, I'm not a king with eating grapes and just having, okay, this girl's gonna do the fan, this girl's gonna rub my feet, this girl's gonna play with my nipples, this girl's gonna cut my hair. Like, what the fuck do I look like, bro? Like, do I need that much? Like, that's the one thing I don't be understanding. Like, why? What is the necessity for so much attention, bro? What are you lacking? Why can't you sit back and just find that person and just give your all to them motherfucker, bro? Like, is it not enough? Did you see also, I know I'm talking a lot, but
no. We both talking a lot.
Yeah, we are. We are actually. Did you see Neo? Neo just started talking.
Yeah.
Neo got, 3 women. I don't think they're wives because that's not allowed in the country and shit, but whatever okay, he's not married, but he still has 3 different girls that he's dealing with, man. And they're just walking around and you see him. You saw him at whatever show they were at, and he's like, kiss one, kiss the other one, and kiss the other one. If that's what you're down for, cool, bro. But I would still be interested to like, hey, why are you so accepting of just like, not even just for Neil, but just for his wives? Like, hey, I'm just interested. Like, you do whatever you want. I'm not saying you can't do what you want, but I'm just curious. Like, why are you accepting it? Like, why do you feel like is it like a weird self-esteem thing? Is it like you just enjoy like, hey, no, I'm just part of the crew. Like,
Yeah, to be honest with you, Neo as a writer, recording artist, singer, whatever like that,
I didn't know.
celebrity, I'm pretty sure one of them is like, well, I'm a part of the gang, I'm a part of the crew. Like we're going up from here. Like, as far as in that perspective, though,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, he's a
this,
celebrity.
yeah, exactly. But this goes back to what you were just saying, like, in our DNA and our nature and who we are. Look, go watch the National Geographic channel, right? And watch a lion, and he go find a lioness, and he go and he's sniffing. He's like, okay, I want that. All right, I get it. Yeah, that's mine.
Yep.
Okay, cool. He gonna go out and he gonna go get some more. He gonna find another lioness. He going,
That's
yeah,
right.
all right, this man right here. I'm gonna lay the nut in there. All right, you gonna go off and do this at the same time. But nobody, like look at these animals and be like, oh gosh, look at this lion. He's just fucking all of these lioness and everything like
Yeah.
that. Like that's a part of nature. You feel me? So I think at some point, somewhere down the line, I think it became a bad thing. Now, regardless of whoever, whether you want to have 10 or whether you just want to have one, like shit. I was just talking to her. I said, look here, I only can handle one. You are enough. You are enough
That's
right
right.
here. So look here, trying to have two and keep up with two or trying to, like, nah, I'm good. But, like, yeah, I just think, like you said, if we sit down and take time to learn one another,
Yeah.
and stop calling, oh, she a hoe, and oh, men the dogs. Then I think we'd be in a better little bit situation, But hey, like date how many people you want to date. But yeah, it is,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you are gonna get attention.
Nobody's judging. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
But people. I guess people are judging. But it's just like what you said with the lions, man. I think like whenever people compare things to animals, I think it's kind of a little ridiculous because it's just like we're so far from that, bro. Like, yeah, we're a species. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's about the only trait we share, though. As far as humans, man, it's like we have one of the biggest separations for why we're not doing everything they're not doing, walking around naked on all, you know what I'm saying? Like, besides just general structure, is we have a higher intellect, man. We have more of an intelligence than animals and shit like that. Brain capacity, whatever you want to call it, however scientific, shit you want to say. But it's just when we meet people and stuff like that, it's definitely emotional. It's definitely emotional. Whether it be physically emotional, whether physical connection, whatever, it's definitely emotional, bro. Your want, your desire, your passion, it's definitely emotional. Now, like we were just talking about with men and women, it is emotional in different ways a lot of the time. Sometimes it is the same. You might find a man who is a little bit more in tune with his emotions, and maybe he does look for more of a connection in that way that you may see more from a woman in some ways. And then you got a man who's just like, listen, I don't got no kind of connection. I'm not emotional at all. He's still emotional because, like we say, when he sees your pretty face, when he sees your titties, or when he sees you for the object that he wants to use, he's attracted. He wants some kind of connection. He wants some kind of, interaction or whatever engagement. But it's just like it's difficult to just understand the process, and that's why when something's different, you kind of want to get insight, man. You want to understand, hey, how come I don't feel that way, or how come it's like, is that the best thing? Like, I don't even know. Like, you're gonna do it regardless, you know what I'm saying? But it's like if I can get some answers to this shit, I'm not entitled to answers, but I'm not the kind of person who's scared to ask questions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the kind of person to engage a conversation. Like, I won't try to make you feel bad, but I'll be like, oh wow, well, how come? Do you ever get like left out? Because I feel like if it was me, I'd be left out. And if somebody comes to me, nah, I'm not. I just feel like, I enjoy the company. I was alone my whole life. So now that I have 3 women that we share one man, we have a connection with each other. And then I'm saying to myself, damn, I never thought of it that way. Now you opened up, you know what I'm saying? Not that you have to.
Yeah.
But it's just like you said, Dre, earlier, you said, I'm willing to learn. Like, and that's the only reason why I have these conversations. It's not to pass judgment. It's just because sometimes I do feel like, you see certain things and things should be done in a certain way to maintain structure, man, to maintain like, just basic fucking, rhythm, you know what I'm saying? Like keep the fucking ball rolling and shit. But then when I'm also reckless and spontaneous, so it's like, I definitely understand throwing the grenade into the crowd and saying, "Oh, fuck this, let's start over, let's do this. Fuck them. I'm changing the whole pattern." So I get it, but it's interesting combo, man. It's just really interesting combo.
Yeah, definitely interesting combo, man. I dig it. All right, before we roll on out of here, man, what you say about simp dudes, man?
Oh man, see, man, this is one that I know. Yeah, we got to be out in a minute, but this is a conversation that we're gonna have to have when the girls come back too, because I really want to hear their perspective. But yeah, I do want to talk about, like, it's something about dudes, man. Like, we've been talking a lot about women on this episode, but there's something about dudes that I'm noticing more and more as I'm getting older. The type of dude, we call a simp, in my opinion, are the dudes who are scared to not combat their woman, yo. And women, I mean. I don't even mean their friends. You're not a simp with your dudes. If that's what you do it, whatever. Your brothers, family, whatever. I'm talking about strictly when you're with your woman and everything is, yes, dear. Yes, dear. Yes, babe.
Really?
Hey, is this food good? Hey, is this food good? Babe, come here. Hey, no, Dre, this is how it sounds, like this. Hey, babe, get in here. Babe, come here. Here we go. Yeah, yes, honey. Yes, dear. Here, try this right here. Oh, okay. That's good. I didn't even finish it yet. How was it good? That's not good. It better be good. I mean,
hey, yo.
Remember Norbit?
Yeah.
And Respucia and shit.
Yeah.
Yo, there's this dude on. It's always TikTok, right? There's this dude on TikTok, bro. I'm just gonna say the whole shit real quick. There's this girl on TikTok, and she's a big ass chick, bro. Big ass chick. She's like a little bigger than me.
Yeah.
Real big chick, and she gets a lot of heat because she does like eating videos. So she get on there and make a big ass dinner. I'm bro, gigantic plates, and she's sitting there, hey y'all, and she eating fucking burgers, and she gets a burger. She got 2 double cheeseburgers, fucking pound of fries, 3 sodas.
3 sodas.
But she has a husband. And when I tell you, I don't know my man. I don't know. I'm strictly just judging just off of just appearance and nature, like of the videos that I watch. This sounds so bad. It sounds mean, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it anyway. He just looks like the biggest simp nigga in the world, yo. Like, he looks like one of them dudes. Like, every video, like, he's kind of barely, like, he's just there. He doesn't never talk, really. You don't really hear him. But everything she's doing, he's just there. Like, everything she says, you could tell he loves her. And congratulations to him. Like, he found her and he loves her. But at some point, like, how good is both of your relationship when all you're doing is just being that person of acceptance? Everything is great. Everything you do is great. There's nothing you should try to work on to better yourself. There's nothing you can try to change to better us, to build a family.
So everything is, yes, honey, it's good. Yes, honey, yes. Oh, babe, no.
How far can you get like that, bro? How far can you, honestly, until you get to a fucking place of just a standstill? Like, how, Dre, if you had, honestly, bro, if you had somebody, a friend, everything you did, oh, Dre, that was amazing. And even when you do some I'm fucking barely flying with this shit. That was the way you dropped that on the floor was amazing.
Yeah.
You just had somebody like that, you'd be like, my man, come the fuck on. Like,
yeah, that's me. I'm
like,
you
be real with me.
Bullshit. Like, I mean, what type of shit? That's all I'm saying in my mind. I'm like, oh, for real it was? Like, okay.
That's what I define as a simp ass nigga. Like, simp, like somebody who's just doing everything. These dudes that'll go on a first date and they go and they get a limo and take them to the Bahamas and shit like that. And then you wonder,
shit to do with your ass after that,
bro. Listen, man,
even
there, you seen the videos where they're in the hotel room. The guy got the hotel. oh, I just met this chick and she ain't trying to give it. He turned the phone on. He turned the phone on to record to
Mm,
say she ain't trying
mm.
to give it up. She ain't trying to. I did all this. I paid for this. This motherfucker. I'm saying to myself, he trying to make her look bad. You
He
look like
look
the biggest
bad.
dummy in the planet. That's and I'm just thinking like, how are these motherfuckers surviving? Like who's feeding these motherfuckers besides the women who are just like using them for whatever advantages they can take? And how does that mentality get built? Like how do you just the person where you always feel like you have to go above and beyond, or you can never like say anything negative because you don't want to, you're scared of losing the experience or the connection or the
Mm.
person. Like how do you live like that, man?
Look here, my fiance tells me a lot. A lot. She be like, "Look here, you are a real ass person. Like you say what's on your mind, cause I tell you that." You know, cause I look at, I'm not about the sugarcoat shit. You feel me? Like,
Telling you.
nah, I'm gonna keep it 100. You know, if it shit don't taste good, hey, it just don't taste good. You feel me? Like, if you drew it and I was like, oh yeah, look like me. Now I'm gonna tell my son, I'll be like, oh man, you go ahead, boy, you do your thing. You feel me? Keep drawing. It's gonna look like that. But I'm not about to feed you no bullshit just so I can just stay in a position or be in a trying position to
Yep.
maybe, maybe once she'll pay me some attention. Maybe I'll get some. Like nah,
Exactly.
fuck no.
Exactly. Yeah.
No.
It's a conversation I definitely want to have more with the women because I also want to get their perspective of how many times
Yeah.
they deal with it. When it comes to simps, I'll be real with you. There's definitely women like that, but I don't know. I don't see the women as far as how I see the men. I guess because maybe I look at it like I am the kind of traditionalist who's like, man, I think a man should be the one who is head of the household. And I don't mean that a woman has to be under him or whatever, but I do mean that you should be trying to step up and make sure your woman is
Mm,
safe, make sure your woman is kept well, make sure even if she's going to work and doing her thing and holding her shit down, you should still be opening the car door for her. You should still be, if the box is heavy, you should pick it up and hold it for her and shit. It's just certain things that I feel like the chivalry part, like you should definitely still be taking on that character as a man of your house or your woman's king, man. And
mm-hmm.
I feel like some of these dudes, like they have queens, but they're more like servants to their queen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like instead of trying to be the leader of the relationship or at least like, maybe like the main partner. Like I just feel like men should have a certain standard to them, son. Like that's just how I feel. Men should have a certain standard. When you're in your relationship, like you should own your relationship. And that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean being a piece of shit trying to control your woman. It just means you got to
No.
stand strong, you got to stand tall, and you have to, make the sacrifices and make sure that your family is guided, man.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like
Especially,
that shit is super important.
yeah, definitely important. Especially, like you said, as a man, my job, and as I try, protect my family, make sure they safe, anything they, need, and all that stuff. Because, we all got our little issues that we go through, at times, especially, as a parent or whatever like that. Me being, for first time parent, still in the early stages, you have those, certain doubts like, shit, am I doing enough? Damn,
Yeah.
did I get it? Shit, I don't know. Maybe, like,
Yeah.
damn, should I give
You
up? No, I don't
always have
shouldn't
that
give
shit
up. You
too.
feel me? Like, so it's, yeah, so it's crazy. So I like, hearing it, from, other men, but definitely you gotta stay down, man, and definitely take care of your business, man. Look here, man.
For real.
Awesome episode. Beyond 11:30, you guys, man. We're gonna wrap it up here. I know my guy Brian. Gotta get to the entertainment show. Everybody, make sure
ENT.
you tune in to the Beeline Entertainment LLC. Shout out to Harley and Chanel. They'll be back next week. But before we roll out of here, Brian, man, you got anything you want to tell the people before we roll?
Yeah, man, guys, thank you guys so much for watching Beyond 11:30, man. It's always fun. I love these shows. Definitely get a lot of real talk going. Please make sure you jump over to the Beeline Entertainment Show. We about to do it right now. I'm telling y'all right now, if you ain't eat, y'all better get something to eat because we about to make y'all hungry, man. We talking movies that make you hungry, bro. We got a lot of different movies, and our top 5 is gonna be top 5 favorite restaurants. So
Mm.
a lot of food talk going right now. So it's about to be a really good episode. So check us out.
Okay, I got my TV on YouTube right now, and I'm about to click on it too. So I gotta watch this. Top
Yes,
5
sir.
places that make you hungry, though. Oh
Oh
yeah.
man, listen, bro. We got some good movies and shit. We gonna be taking you a little nostalgia. We about to take you back on the ENT show.
Hey, you guys got it, man. Definitely time in and tune in to my guy Brian B. All right, for now, you guys, man. It's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. We got the SmackDown, excuse me, SmackDown watch along tomorrow night, and of course, episode 4 next Thursday, beyond 11:30. Man, definitely tap in, follow, share, subscribe to here on the 11:30 podcast and the Beeline Entertainment. All right, it's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels, and my guy Brian B. Until next time, you guys stay safe, stay blessed, give all the glory to God, man. Tell a friend, tell a friend. We out, man. Peace.